I think we're officially live, which means I'm waiting for it to come up here. Who was evicted? I'm waiting to see. Is it up? Can you guys, anybody in chat, anybody want to tell me if we're live yet or not? Waiting to see. I think it says I'm streaming. I'm just waiting for to get the confirmation. Okay, I am live. I can see it. Okay. Officially, Matt, 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 in an 8-3 vote, has been evicted from Big Brother 26. And what an interesting episode we got. And I gotta say, some parts I enjoyed about this episode, some parts I didn't. We obviously did get a little bit of that Kenny Angela confrontation down, and Kenny was in the wrong, Angela was in the right, but I'm sure casual audiences will side more with Kenny and saying Angela is being a big meanie face who needs to be, expelled immediately because she's emotionally unhinged. But part of that might be a little bit true. But Matt's evicted. We saw them really ham up the showmance idea between Mackenzie and Matt. I'm surprised they put so much effort these last 2 days into it, knowing, if you're somebody who watches the feeds and stuff, that Matt had a chance at going home if he didn't win the AI comp. We also, I thought, got a very interesting edit to the BS Barbershop Alliance, to where I really think Big Brother could have clowned on it a little bit more and made it realize that if Matt didn't win this comp, he could be going home. But we got it. And I just got to say, the AI Arena comp, I think, added a lot this week. I think it created a little bit more of a blindside opportunity, which we saw, I would say, 4 or 5 people get blindsided tonight. As well as gives you a little action, almost like a double eviction type veto scenario. So I don't know how they're going to do it later on. I'm assuming this will eventually go away once jury starts, when we start getting double evictions. We'll have to see. But what a wild episode of Big Brother tonight. I can't wait to see some of the audience reactions. And, I think last night we saw so many people be on Matt's side through, casuals who don't watch the feeds and stuff. But we kind of got here for a few different obvious reasons. One, Matt is terrible at this game. He was my winner pick. So, hey, Josh does movies first. Preseason power ranking #1 person, Matt. He's the first boot. So maybe I'm not the best person to go off of guessing preseason, but Cam's still doing good. He was my #2. Just saying. Just saying. But he was so egotistically believing he had the numbers and that there was no way anybody would ever go against him, and that everybody knows he has to be in the house to take down Big Bad Angela. And I think what we didn't see on feeds, we didn't get the Lisa fight with Angela. Maybe that'll come Sunday. Maybe it won't. Who knows? On Tuesday night, feeds were down for about 2 hours for that. We didn't get Angela's apology to Matt this episode, or all during the context. And he went out to Julie talking about how he's happy that his mother's story got out there. And when he watches back these first 3 episodes, he'll learn they didn't give his mother any type of content this week. Only the live feeders got that content, Matt. So they were more worried about giving their showmance claims. But man, we'll be interested to see what happens here with the HOH. But the 8-3 vote was somewhat surprising because Lisa was told by Quinn and Takor last night that Matt was for sure going to go home if Matt was up. And she even got kind of told that from Brooklyn and Rabina a bit. So the fact that Lisa still voted to evict Kenny, is there going to be any drama between Kenny and Lisa about that? I mean, is Lisa going to be upset at people even though they told her kind of the truth of what's happening? Mackenzie and Leo were obviously blindsided. At the end of the episode, they were saying, we'll get her for you, Matt, we'll get her. But this has to be a signal for Leah that, hey, I need to back out and start finding my footing somewhere else. Mackenzie may be a sinking ship. and I need to go do something else in this game. But what are your guys' thoughts on the episode in chat? And I don't know how many people are watching currently just now. I see Yarn Stitch here making some comments. Dante, you were here just after the episode went, and you made that comment a few hours ago, and Matt was evicted. Kenney won the AI arena. Not Kenney did not win the AI arena. It was Kimo, but oh, you think I'm frozen? I'm here. I'm not. Oh, it went down. Oh no, it's still going. Refresh, refresh. It should be back up working. But boy, 8-3, voting out Matt. And the sad thing was, I was busy at work. Oh, I was checking my stream there. Part of me wishes I got to see the live reaction because I was busy at work, kind of closing shop up and stuff. I didn't get to see Matt's reaction or Kenny's reaction to the votes, or how big of a surprise was it? Like, was it a very big blindside? Were they kind of aware? I didn't really get to hear Matt's speech at all. I felt like Matt's speech was very long. Kenny's speech wasn't very short, but I loved the reaction that Angela and everybody gives when they find out Kimo won, and the emotional feeling of Kimo that he won this comp. That he was able to do something for the house here. I thought was so great, and it was a great part of the episode. And I really think Kimo is in a good spot in the game. He's going to come off the block. I don't see Kimo being somebody that is going to be done on the block multiple times. I think this is his one time kind of being a pawn. For now, I think people like him. He has a lot of information from certain people, including Quinn and Quinn's HOH power. But Mackenzie took it the worst. I was hoping there's to be like a jaw drop of like a wait, they voted Matt out. I thought our BS alliance was real. Are you telling me the alliance that we said 1-3-2-1 BS was all BS? But it was a good episode, and like I was saying earlier, I don't know if it got put in there or not. I'm sad that we didn't get to see any of the Lisa Angela fight. Hopefully, that makes Saturday's episode. Um, we'll have to see about that. We'll have to see exactly where everybody is coming into this HOH comp. I think casuals are going to be kind of upset to find out that a lot of people in the house, I don't think, are going to nominate Angela this next week. I think they see her as like opposition for the other side. So why do the other side's dirty work? Give me some predictions in chat. Who do you think's going to win HOH? Prediction 1. Prediction 2. Do you think I think Lisa and Angela's going to come out this Sunday. Hopefully it's not Lost Media. If it's Lost Media, big red flags about what would have happened or what did happen there. Really big issues why it wasn't shown on live feeds. That would be huge red flags, and I hope live, people who ask Matt about, stuff as he leaves the house can really figure that out tomorrow, and maybe he'll speak up on it in this next week or so. Not that maybe he's the biggest trustworthy source, but we need to hear what happened in that fight. But give me your 3 predictions. First prediction, who wins HOH? Second prediction, will Quinn use his deepfake HOH this week? And third prediction, do you think Angela is going to be a nominee on the block next week? At least one of the first 3 nominees. Give me some predictions in chat here in the next few minutes. I'll see what happens, and then yeah. So yeah, the episode, we kind of start out rehashing. I think the thing about Big Brother that it does, and I think it realizes way too many people only watch Thursday night's live eviction episode. But we spent way too much time recapping the first one. Okay, so Dante, you think Tucker wins HOH? He's kind of my prediction for HOH right now too. Quinn doesn't use it, and Angela is safe. I agree. If Tucker wins the HOH, I think all of that will be true. And he's kind of my prediction to win HOH. We know he's going to have a target for Lisa. We know he's going to have a target for Kenney. I don't know who his third target might be. It could be a Cedric. Um, I think Tucker as an HOH chance would be interesting overall. I'm going to predict something a little bit out there. I think the next HOH is going to be Joseph. And I do think Joseph will nominate Angela. I don't think Quinn uses his power, but I think if Joseph wins, his nominees are going to be Angela, Kenny, and Lisa. Because Joseph was rocky with Angela this week, and I think if Joseph wins this HOH, and I think Joseph realizes he is kind of rocky with people in the house after both Matt and Angela kind of put him aside. I think he knows he needs to win this HOH to develop some type of structure. So I think Joseph's going to win, and that's my 3 nominee guesses for him. You would have liked to see Angela face and her reaction if they kept Matt in the house. That's fair. I think that would have been a great reaction. I am just happy that Matt is gone. Personally, I feel like they're going to start editing this showmance thing every week, and we don't need that content taking up so much of the. So there's so much other drama and gameplay going on. We don't need to be giving showmance content every episode. And he wasn't good at the game, and I was worried he was going to become Jag 2.0, where he gets safe week 1 or gets back into the game when he should have been out, and the barbershop becomes kind of a real alliance, and we're stuck with Matt for the next, for a long part of this game. But luckily, the barbershop is gone. I'm interested to see how people kind of handle, Leia and Mackenzie here these next couple days, and how does Mackenzie respond from this? If she has America's veto, which I think we can all agree, if America's veto is used this week, if Mackenzie is on the block, 100% Angela is going to be America's vote because the casuals do not like Angela at all. I mean, it's okay that Jag was your fave. I will stand by he was terrible at the game. And he was a very bad winner for how bad he was. He got to the end because he won a bunch of comps in a row. But in strategical sense, his overall game was poor in my opinion. But you're allowed to have Jag as a fave. Nothing wrong with loving Jag. Of all the guys in last year's cast, Jag is not one of the most problematic ones, especially in the final 2. But that's kind of my thoughts on this episode. I was so happy to see Kimo win, and I loved seeing the house rally around Kimo's win. I love seeing that it meant so much for Kimo. He deserves that moment, and I think he's going to gain a lot of favor with fans. I hope he is able to solidify something a little bit better in the house and make him move forward. There's been no Pentagon content yet, which I think the Pentagon were a big factor in this week's vote. All 5 of them wanted to vote Matt out, even though 2 of them couldn't vote, and they very much, I think, influenced people like Rubina. Joseph was kind of on the same page as them. But, Tucker definitely wanted Matt out. We didn't get any Tucker hater content yet, so hopefully we start getting more Tucker hating content in there. But yeah, Feasters versus Casuals right now is like, again, very much Feasters versus Casuals is like the House of Black versus Team Green. The Feasters are Team Green with, making some logical sense on things. And the Casuals are just like, you took away what we deserve. You took away our showmance. You took away our Matt. You took away our hunky guy, our victim, so you're very right, Dante. The Feasters versus Casuals is very, House of the Dragon, Black Team House, Black versus the Greens. JD, you're a little bit late. That's okay. Prediction, JD, from you. Who's going to win HOH? Will Quinn use his power? And will Angela go on the block initially? Give us your pitch there, JD, on this overall. Who do you think is going to win HOH? Oh, Casuals will overwhelm any of the Feedsters 1,000%. We saw that last year with the fact that Cameron won the America's favorite player. I'm sorry, us Feedsters, we're nothing compared to the casual audience. We may think that we're the people that run Big Brother with the feeds and stuff, But it's very clear to me that the casual audience is there. We need to savor this victory, like Dante's saying. We got the big, bad kind of threat out of the house early. And yes. So, what do you think here, JD? What were your thoughts on the episode? I'm going to wrap this up here soon because I don't know if you can see it here. I got my Deadpool shirt on. Deadpool and Wolverine and IMAX screening for me here later. Tucker for HOH. Quinn, yep. JD, you said the exact same thing Dante said. You're saying the same thing I'm hoping happened. My prediction, Joseph wins HOH. Quinn does not use the secret power. And Angela does go on the block. That's my prediction. But yeah, the episode, I'm happy to see Matt gone. I like that. Okay, one thing I did like with Julie's interview is she brought up the exact quote Matt made to Angela in the one-on-one whenever she was having the discussions before Nam, and was like, hey, you did tell Angela that if she puts you up, you will come down, you will be safe, and you will be going after her 100%. Would you not call that a threat? I love that Julie did that because I hope that translate into casuals' minds that, yes, Matt did threaten Angela. We can all debate if it was aggressively or not. All I will say is we didn't get to see that transpire on feeds from beginning to end because we didn't have feeds during that day. That could have been a very differently edited portion of that conversation. And judging how they were editing that stuff throughout this week, it wouldn't surprise me if there was more aggressive stuff in there. We can't say yes or no if there was or wasn't. But I did appreciate Julie calling that out for Matt and being like, hey, you kind of did, you did kind of threaten her. But I don't think we'll get a battle back because we're already hearing that Matt's going to be doing exit interviews starting tomorrow. So there should be no battle back. Definitely if they're doing exit interviews, there's no battle back. And yeah, overall, I think a great beginning live eviction episode. I do like the idea of the AI comp working. It gave a very big double eviction veto type feel. I think it allowed us to have a pretty clear blind side. And it gave us a great moment of Kimo winning. Seeing the house so happy for Kimo winning is my highlight of the whole entire first week of the game. Even more than Angela's big fight with Matt. I just love seeing great moments like that for players, and it was emotional, it was powerful, and I'm happy to see that Kimo got that moment. But yeah, thank you for jumping on in here. This was going to be a quick recap because I want to eat dinner. I want to relax a bit before I head to the movies here in the next 15 or 20 minutes. I will have tomorrow night, tonight, my schedule for tonight and why I can't do live reactions for the feeds when they come back to see who HOH is one, I'm going to see Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay, I'm gonna do my spiel here in a second. One quick question that needs to be asked, and if we can come to agreement. Was Matt fun feeds, or did he most of the time kill the feeds? Matt was not fun feeds. Angela's beef with Matt was fun feeds. But as we've seen from Angela, she'll beef with anything in the house if you give her time. Matt was a very arrogant type player. He thought very highly of himself. And he, in my opinion, was not fun feeds when he was outside the Angela beef. And that's why I am on team Matt was not fun feeds. And what would not have been fun for feeds or moving forward would have been the very big sympathetic hero edit that Matt would be getting with people like Mackenzie and that showman maybe coming back. So I'm on team Matt was not good feeds. Angela beefing with people was what made Matt good on feeds because Angela was the first person that she was beefing with. Do you agree with that, Dante, or not? I'm waiting to see Dante's response here soon. But as I'm waiting for Dante's response, so yes, I'm not doing my live stream reaction to HOH tonight because it's Deadpool and Wolverine. It's IMAX for me. I am going to be going to see that movie here in the next hour and a half-ish. so I'm not able to do the live feed reaction. I'll be in the theaters. Tonight, I will be recording both a Deadpool and Wolverine non-spoiler review. So check that out on the channel here later tonight first. And I'll also be doing my weekly review of everything that happened in Big Brother, from the nomination ceremonies last week to the Angela fight with Matt, the Angela fight with Lisa, the Angela fight with Kenny, where the house structure's at the moment, and who the new HOH is. That'll be coming out tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And yeah, I'll do maybe some live feed reaction tomorrow night here on the channel, if things work out well. But I'm going to go enjoy some dinner and some just relaxation before I head to the movie. It's going to be a long night for me of reviewing Deadpool and Wolverine and getting that edited and put out, recording and doing my weekend review for Big Brother 26 once we find out who the new HOH is later tonight. So check back tomorrow for all that content. It's been a great time here on Josh's Movies. I appreciate all the subscribers and everybody checking out the channel. Join the Discord in my About section for the channel if you want to talk more about Big Brother. Me and JD are always talking about the live feeds when we can, whether I'm at work or not. So I appreciate all of you who have come in and really helped support this community and building things out. And I can't wait to see what happens this weekend. Have a great night, everybody. And I hope everybody has a good time. And yeah, Tucker for HOH. I think it'll be entertaining. But until